Name?
Jonathan Alley.
What do you do?
I'm an editor.
What's this?
Mag, Music Australia Guide.
Any good?
Well, people seem to like it, yeah.
Where do you get it?
JB Hi-Fi stores everywhere.
Got an ad manager?
Yeah, he was out the back in the dunny and the sniper got him.
Suppose stuff happens.
No, I suppose so.
Nick off.
Thanks.
Hi Mag Teamsters, great to have you back for another month. JB Hi-Fi stores have mags floating out their front doors and you are all picking them up. And this issue we have Placebo on the cover in the month of June. Dan Rule spoke to Brian Molko about their new album Battle for the Sun, their new lineup and a whole new world for the band. They are on the cover, check them out. Dan also spoke to Obese Records for Fable of the Label to tell the Obese story, the label who really did bring Australian hip-hop to the mainstream in this country. Our feature album this month comes from Grizzly Bear. The Brooklyn four-piece have released their third record. It's called Vacatomist, and it really is one of the records of the year. These boys can sing. It's as simple as that. Their harmonies hail from yesteryear, but their music is all from tomorrow. That's absolutely beautiful, so I do recommend that record very, very highly. And we introduce a new feature into Mag this month. It's called Life in 32 Bars, and the first profile is with Mark Everett, aka E, of the band The Eels. Fascinating man, so do give that a read. And now, time for Mag News. Heard of the School of Rock? Well, this is the real thing. The Dream Incorporated Music Workshop takes place in Melbourne from September 18 to September 20 at Melbourne Town Hall. The three-day event gives would-be musicians the opportunity to learn about aspects of songwriting and performance from Mag's My Cover stars Eskimo Joe, Katie Noonan and other luminaries of professional music. We talked to music industry identity Seymour Stein of Sire Records, who signed and worked with everyone from Talking Heads to the Ramones to Madonna, about his take and his time with the event.
That's what's good about this program. They're getting them while they're young, and that's the best hope for them. You know, I hope, you know, I've nothing to do with this, you know, I love Michael Parisi, I'm here for him, and I believe in what he's doing, and the thing I like most about it is the age group that he's going after. You know, you get them when they're young, and that's when they can learn the most, and when they're not set in their ways.
And you can find out more about Dream Incorporated at the web address on screen now. And now, time for Mag Recommends. Time for Mag Recommends for the month. Some people know him as Palace Music, others as Will Oldham, but his professional name is Bonnie Prince Billy. His new album is called Beware. It's a little bit more upbeat than some of his other records. I think the old bear might just be in love. If you like the Afro Blues, the new album from Justin Adams and Julde Kamara is an absolute must. It's called Tell No Lies. If you like Tanarawin or some of the Mali music that's come out in the last 10 years, you will absolutely adore this record, but it's far more fiery and gutsy than a lot of the Afro Blues you might have heard before. Nothing wrong with that music whatsoever. I personally love it, but this just has a fiery edge that some of that other music perhaps does not. And lastly this month in Recommends, a real little curio that dubheads out there will really enjoy. In the DVD section of Mag this month, we review a DVD called Dub Echoes, and there's a CD companion of the same name, which runs through all that mind-bending, bass-driven electronic music that's come out of Jamaica over the last 3 or 4 decades. And it starts with the rootsier dub reggae side and travels all the way to modern contemporary electronic dub. So for any fan of that music, this is a pretty vital little compilation. And now it's time to visit the Tech Mag TARDIS with everyone's favourite tech editor, Julia Gore.
Thanks, Jonathan. Welcome to Tech Mag section of MAGcast. This month in Tech Mag, we had an awesome Pick of the Bunch winner who snapped the inside of an old clock in Prague. Michael Smith won a Nikon Coolpix S220. Send your picks through so you could win a prize as well. Peter Marks talks travel gadgetry, and we reviewed Hewlett-Packard's new Touch Smart PC. We also reviewed the LG Shine and Nikon D5000. Yes, the D5000 that sits somewhere between the D60 and the D90. 60, 90, 5000, go figure. For the feature story this month, we think about the music fan. I spoke to Peter Frawley, one of the heads behind Salt Studios, who take their mobile recording van out and record shows to offer a CD at the end. For the second part of the story, I headed into a JB store to see what they could show me that would impress. Here are the results. Blu-ray is a bit of an indulgence. It's expensive to set up and not every movie you want to watch is available in the format. I have seen the light though, and it's all about the music. The system I was experiencing in the JB store, who kindly obliged my requests, was an Onkyo receiver worth about $800 that played the Blu-ray disc via 7.1 channel that's not possible with a DVD, and hooked up to the top of the range Dali Icon speakers. Boy, could you feel the thump of the beat. And I was only watching a Mika concert. Imagine if you played something with decent beats, you might get heart pain. The Icon 8 set, retailing for about $4,000, offers superb sound, including a 3-way bass reflex speaker with two 8-inch bass drivers, a 6.5-inch mid-range driver to sit on your floor, plus the option for rear and sub editions depending on your budget. In JB, we had it all, but that would cost you nearly $10,000 to achieve, which is just not realistic for most of us. Still, it's nice to dream, and if you want to really feel it, step into a JB store and ask them to pump the volume. The vision is also an important benefit in the Blu-ray experience, obviously, especially with concerts that often have stage lighting, leery costumes and sharp movements that can all jar the eye on DVD. You should be able to see some kind of difference here in this vision, but of course you won't be watching it through a Blu-ray system, so you'll just need to use your imagination. Blu-ray goes a long way to counteracting a lot of those issues, making it a far more enjoyable experience, one that might even beat being there in the first place. Next month in Tech Mag, we go all gamer geek and look at the ins and outs of portable gaming. Reviews roll on as usual, including a plasma screen from LG. Make sure you check us out. We're in Mag every month, we're user friendly. Now it's time for Mag's DVD of the month.
The word iconic is frequently overused in music, but when considering a musician who released only one original album while alive and is still being lauded a whole generation later, it's pretty hard to avoid. And that's certainly the case with the late Jeff Buckley. Some would say there's little point in contextualising the late Jeff Buckley. The worldwide impact of his studio debut, Grace, was felt globally. He died suddenly in 1997, and 15 years after his debut record, 12 years after his tragic death, and 9 posthumous releases later, this new DVD, Grace Around the World, might reach a whole new generation. The performances here aren't so much revolutionary, but they do show how evocative Buckley was, and they certainly display his rather enigmatic qualities. The performances are very solid. You're reminded just how good his band was, and it certainly further demonstrates the tragedy of his life and his career ceasing so abruptly. For those new to Jeff Buckley, this is absolutely vital. And for those of us who remained fans for a long, long time over the last 12 years, it's certainly probably not an unattractive addition to our collections. Well, that's MAGcast for another month. In July, we talked to the Hilltop Hoods about their rapidly expanding empire and their brand new label, Golden Era. We launch our new reissues page. We talk to Dinosaur Jr. about their new record and also speak to Sarah Blasco. Congratulations to Laura Carey from Juan Turner in Victoria, who won our exclusive MAGcast DVD pack from Warner Brothers. The correct answer to the question, what was the retro game we profiled in MAGcast, was Pong. And this month, courtesy of Sony Music, we have a copy of Jeff Buckley's Grace Around the World to give away to one lucky winner. Enter at the MAG website and tell us whose concert Julia was watching during her Blu-ray DVD review in the Tech MAGcast. Don't forget you can now subscribe to MAG. 11 issues a year will cost you only $19.95. You'll never miss an issue in your box once every month. And the first 50 subscribers will also get themselves a copy of Triple J's Hottest 100, courtesy of Warner Music and ABC, with thanks to them. Don't forget also MAG tweets like a bird at twitter.com/MagOz. Follow our tweets and we might just follow yours as well if we like them enough. And this little MAGcast is now subscribable. You can subscribe to it on iTunes. Just search MAGcast, it'll come up immediately and you can sign up for automatic downloads. You can also see it on YouTube and Vimeo and on musicaustraliaguide.com. We're going to leave you with the new clip from Grizzly Bear Mag's feature album of the month. This is 2 weeks. See you next month.